Hello and welcome to another audio analysis. In today's video we're taking a look at the track Backslide by the American musical duo 21 Pilots. This is the third track to be released from their upcoming 7th studio album titled Clancy, which is due to be released on May 24th, and we've already got to hear two tracks in the form of Overcompensate and Next Semester, both tracks really exploring the idea of life, with Overcompensate talking about how you've got to course correct if you do go too far from the path. Then we had Next Semester with its very punkish, rebellious sound as well, really showing something a bit different from the band, and really just enabling them to continue to show these ideas of kind of heading into those next stages of life and show that constant evolution. We have also seen the band continue to build on Clancy's story, as this album will be his final chapter, so although the songs have had very powerful messaging intertwined within them, we do still also see that relevance to the story, and they seem to be releasing the tracks from the album in order. We have had 1, 2 and 3, this is the third, so we're interested to see whether they continue that trend going forward, or whether they'll just start to mix things up a little bit in future. For now though, will this latest track see the duo running up that hill, or will they simply slide back to the bottom? Let's take a look at exactly how it sounds.
I don't wanna. Rat race, place to place, adding weight.
Tendencies on repeat and it
Benefit from a shoe with no lace.
take the seat with the crease in it.
I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide to where I've started from. There's no chance I will shake this again. 'Cause I feel the pull, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time. Reach my hand above the tide. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? It's over my head.
Okay, already we can see a bit of a slower pace really coming through compared to what we have seen on those previous two tracks, but we've still got so much heavy messaging. It almost feels like it's very similar to the Stressed Out video they did from years ago, but it's almost kind of showing that evolution in that they were kind of on trikes, now we're seeing them on the bikes. Still got the red and black to represent Clancy coming in as well with the painted red wheels, but we can see lots of ideas coming through, the ideas of seasons and things like that, with some of the trees looking quite dead, some just blossoming, some in full bloom. So they just show again this idea of life, of moving through different periods, moving through these semesters. So I love the way they're linking back to previous material and really continuing to show this idea. Rat race, place to place, adding weight. So as you move through life and continue to run through the rat race and just kind of get caught in this cycle, you keep gradually adding weight, adding problems, or letting things build up, and these tendencies on repeat in it. So the idea of these poor tendencies, you kind of let that weight build, and these bad tendencies just constantly grind on you piece by piece, gradually grind you down over time. Then we've got the line benefit from a shoe with no lace. So this has actually got a really interesting double meaning on this lyric. First of all, it could be the idea that if you've got no laces, effectively you can't fall over, but you may have very loose shoes effectively. So there's a chance that whilst you won't trip, you may effectively still be kind of exposed to that idea of slipping into bad habits and things like that. Also could look at the mental health side as well. In places like psych wards and things like that, they actually tend to give a lot of the kind of people in there slippers and things like that because they don't allow them to strangle themselves or harm themselves with laces. So it could look at things such as suicide. We do see the duo really focus very heavily on mental health, so you could also bring that idea in as a way of looking at it, tying that in. Take the seat with the crease in it. And I really like this lyric as well because it's that idea of kind of going with that familiarity, that road often travelled, so that familiarity that you're used to kind of going into these bad habits, you don't want to break away from familiarity, and we can see that really coming through. I don't mind if it's lonely, I don't mind if it's fair, I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. So this could also again link into the idea of Clancy, what we did see on things such as Scaled and Icy, the idea of the bishops controlling Clancy, really tying him down and just kind of leading him whichever way they wanted him to go. So we can really see that coming through. There's these constant tiebacks to the lore that is built in to many of the tracks on this upcoming album. And through the chorus we also get the constant reference to the idea of drowning. It's been used in quite a lot of the duo's music, because I feel the pull, waters over my head, that idea of being weighed down in this endless abyss, effectively strength enough for one more time, reach my hand above the tide. So really just kind of making that last gasp effort to really escape from this dark place or this poor place of poor mentality. I'll take anything you have if you could throw me a line. So looking for somebody to really provide that assistance. And you can certainly see for Tyler and Josh Dunn, they've actually really kind of helped each other get through a lot of the difficulties in life. So they've kind of been that fishhook, effectively, that opportunity to escape from a lot of these bad places. And we kind of see this reference of kind of how people can treat other people when they're going through a rough time. I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? It's over my head. So that constant idea of maybe wanting people to help you, but also kind of wanting them to kind of step away because they feel this person that's going through a negative headspace feels like they're really bad for somebody. So it can have that effect, but it can also be that idea of I've kept trying and trying. I keep slipping backsliding into this same place. Is it time I should let go completely and allow myself to completely sink? Because again, that tide is over my head. So I like the way they're linking in so many of these ideas, especially with the visuals as well, just really pulling everything together. And it's something the duo have done constantly. It's really put a lot of emphasis on the production value and really just making sure that they're pulling elements from the world they have built themselves with their music and their videos.
Bad place on $100 base. Kinda wishing that I never did Saturday. Is that a stain? You should change. Are you doing good? Did you solve all of your problems? Thanks for asking in a way, but accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday. What happened to what I brushed under the rug I used to be? A champion of a world you can't see. Now I'm drowning in logistics. I don't wanna backslide to where I started from. There's no chance I will shake this again. Cause I feel the pool, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time. Reach my hand above the tide. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? I don't mind if it's over my head. I don't mind if it's red. You should let go. I don't care, you can throw my head. Lead me anywhere. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? It's over my head. You should let go. It's over my head. I don't wanna backslide.
Yes, definitely I do feel a bit of a nod back to songs such as Stressed Out. You can really see lots of the elements really putting a bit of a different twist on it though. In Stressed Out we saw them wanting to go back to their childhoods and really relive those moments, whereas now as they're adults they don't want to backslide into those previous moments in life where they've maybe gone through things such as depression and want to continue to drive themselves forward. And we can really see that emphasis with the idea of the bike as well, just continuing on that journey through the wind and the rain, the storms, just having to battle through them to get to the end destination. But one thing I really did like that they did about the actual visuals as well, the idea with the hamburger buns, the idea of kind of eating one, throwing it away. So you've got the idea of wasting opportunities, consuming opportunities, trading opportunities away, as we did see the lemonade stand as well. So and then getting to the end and then realizing you've got to kind of restart the cycle because you've got to the end and kind of lost track of your goals or what you're aiming to do in the first place. So having to go straight back to the start, and again that idea of the rat race, the cycle repeating itself. So I like the way they kind of looped it effectively as one singular video. And as we did move into that second verse, we did see kind of more of a show of that two dual-headed idea. First of all, it could be the idea of someone trying to pull you from a bad place on a $100 base, kind of wishing that I never did Saturday, so making reference back to Scaled and Icy. Is that a stain you should change? Are you doing good? Did you solve for all of your problems? It could be a friend almost acting like a therapist or something like that, trying to reach out that one final time to get that help that you need, to be very reflective. But again, it could have this introspective idea. It could be kind of Tyler Joseph really speaking to his younger self, effectively asking a lot of these questions. And we do often see that kind of idea of a kind of manifestation of children kind of being your past self and talking to one another. So that could be another way they're really bringing it in on this track. And then further in the verse, how we have accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday because of these problems that you may not know are right around the corner, constantly having to get the idea of trying to brush them under the rug. If you keep doing it, you're building up these bad habits rather than solving them and moving yourself forward. I used to be the champion of a world you can't see. So this is actually reference to the Banditos as well. So again, showing these links to some of these other ideas from the actual lore of the duo, and that idea of now I'm drowning in logistics, just the fact that there's so much to worry about. And it could also reference to the fact that the band is so much bigger now. In the early days when they played on a $100 base, they didn't have to worry, they were just a small local band, whereas now they're drowning in the logistics of worldwide tours and things like that. So again, this reflective idea constantly being driven through on this track, and we see that especially through the chorus as well, just trying to really just kind of have that one last opportunity to really just push through the kind of surface tension of the water and break free from that negativity. And it's something we do see a lot of people really trying to focus on in a lot of music these days, and the band are certainly doing a great job of showing that with a lot of the messages they're including. Even as we move into the bridge, I don't mind if it's lonely, it's over my head, I don't mind if it's fair, you should let go. So again, tying into this idea of kind of just being led anywhere and just kind of allowing yourself to kind of just be kind of bubbling under the surface and reaching out for that help, but the fact that sometimes you feel like you should let go. So you can really see the push and pull that's really coming through of wanting to give it one last gasp, but really just kind of, it takes a lot of effort to really do that. There's so many ways you could interpret a lot of the meanings that we do see included within this track, but certainly the idea of not wanting to backslide, not wanting to slip back into bad habits, and maybe being happy with the position you are currently in life, not wanting to look back and kind of go back in time, be happy with the choices you've made. So again, the reference to stressed out, it could be the idea of in that when they were really wanting to go back to their childhood, maybe they've realised now actually they don't want to go back in time, they don't want to backslide through life, they want to enjoy the moment rather than wishing they could go back to a simpler time. So there we have it, we do see the third track from Clancy sliding into our ears, but I would love to know your thoughts about this track in the comments section below. Is there any other messages or meanings you did find within the music or the videos? I would love to know your thoughts, or feel free to let me know which of the three that we have heard so far is your favourite and why. And if you would like to learn more about the two previous tracks from this upcoming album, I have covered them in separate videos, which you can find the link to in the description of this one. And if you'd like to see more content like this overall, then please do feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next audio analysis.